Alright guys, here's the finished results of my Perdita crew. I actually finished this last weekend, but I never got a chance to upload a video. So here it is, here's the showcase. So I finished all 5 of them. I basically spent about the same amount of time on the remaining 4 than I did on with Perdita, so I didn't sort of do them to as high quality, but I don't think it really matters. I think they look really good together, and they look like they all belong to the same crew, as I hope you agree. But here they all are. So you've seen Perdita. I've obviously based her now, but if we'll get her out the way, and we'll just have a look at all these individually. So here's the first one. This is Nino. I really like the pose on this guy. Really dynamic. He's relatively easy to paint as well. As I said, these guys have got like massive coats on, so that's where I spent most of my time, is just getting all the coats to look worn and beaten, and unified across the whole crew, so they all look like they belong. But other than that, it's like the same. I did the same thing for the jeans, and but I did on Perdita, so I had to do them first because I was using the airbrush, and obviously if I'm using the airbrush there'll be loads of overspray, so get the jeans done first, and then did the jackets, and then it was just concentrating on the details. It was quite difficult to get inside to paint his head, but it's also quite difficult to see given his pose. Most of the time you only just see his hat. But anyway, that's enough of Nino. This is Francisco, older brother of Perdita. Different style of outfit. He's got a frilly sort of shirt on with big frilly cuffs, and he's got a sombrero, which I decided to paint as such. But again, same sort of technique on the jacket as I did the leather with Perdita. What else? His boots, didn't paint them the same way as I did the other leather, so these are black leather boots, so it's just black grey was the base, and then I did some light dry brushes to highlight it up, and then went back and just cleaned up any areas I didn't like. As I said, I really wasn't trying to get the same sort of quality, I just wanted them to look good together. But I do like his sombrero, and that came out quite nicely. Next we have, what is his name? Santiago. Again, I really like the pose on this one, very dynamic. I think he had the most attention spent on it. Actually, no, second most attention spent on him. I decided all their white clothes were going to be kind of like a warm white, so it was all the sort of off-white and then shaded with Griffin sepia and stuff to warm it up. But he's got a scarf on as well, which I did. It was like a cold white, so it's just greys. So it looks quite good. Looks like these are 2 different pieces of fabric, not the same thing. And there's his jacket. See, he's mostly jacket, so he was relatively easy to do. It was dead quick to do these jackets, and they really take to a devil and mud wash really well. And then finally, the one that took the most amount of time, and I want to give a little extra attention to, is Papa Loco, who's a escaped mental patient. He actually has a wooden plaque around his neck that has his patient number on, if you can just about see it, 214. On the studio version, he actually has the word patient 214 written on it, but I really wasn't going to try it. It's such a small area, it was hard to do. But I did go for the whole stripy pants, which was a challenge, but I think it came out quite well. And I really like the dynamite. I really think it looks like it's it's on fire, especially when the rest of him is sort of like an off-white. It sort of really makes the actual white used in that dynamite sort of fire really stand out and make it look like it's glowing. Additionally, his pants or I guess long johns or whatever he's wearing was slightly was washed with ogren flesh, whereas the rest of his tattered straitjacket, it was washed with griffin sepia. But they both started as the same colour, and as a result, it just gave a slight different shade to the pants and separated them from the rest of the straitjacket. And I think it came out really well. I love this guy's his pose. I did what the studio version was. I gave his nose slightly redder by mixing in tan with the skin colour. So it just looks like an alcoholic basically. But yeah, there we go. That's the full crew with Perdita finished and ready for the tabletop. Really. I was quite chuffed that I managed to finish them all. I look forward to doing some more. Perhaps I'll just expand this crew. Adding just one more miniature and completely changing the game. It to me, it doesn't sound like a lot of work. I can just concentrate on really making the extra miniature look good. And I don't have to worry about, if I want to expand, I need to paint 10, 20 more figures to do so. I only need one, and there we go. Yeah, I hope you like them, guys. If you've got any comments or questions about how I did any of the paint jobs on any of these new ones, then put them in below, or send me a private message and I'll be more than willing to help you out. It's a shame I didn't want to do a video for each all 4 of these, as it's very similar, same techniques I was doing with Perdita really. Didn't think it was worth it, but we'll see what happens in future. See if I do some other videos in the same format. It was quite easy to do. It's just it does extend the sort of time it takes to paint, and some of the details are really difficult to paint when in front of the camera, as you're no doubt aware. But there we go. That's it. Perdita crew finished, done, ready to play. Give them a bit of a varnish as well, because they're going to be on the tabletop. You want to keep them protected. But yeah, cheers, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. I'm not sure what the next video is I'm going to do, or I've got so many miniatures and things to paint, it could be anything. But stay tuned, I'm sure I'll have something up soon. Take care, guys, bye bye.